Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into our traders fantasy updates, ranking of the cast based on the past week's episode, and I have a few hot topics from the challenge and traders that I want to get into as well. So let's get it started. Up first, I want to this this is a really hard subject for me. Um, I want to shout out to Ayana. Y'all know on the challenge, Ayana is one of my favorite challengers. Y'all know I love that moment when she told that girl I ate your salad and it was good. And I slept in my uniform. You ain't got to get ready because I stay ready. Like Ayana is just one of my favorite because she's entertaining and she's no nonsense and she's team me. She's team. I want to make it to the final. I don't care about y'all big alliance. I don't care about none of that. I just love her. Now, I never had the opportunity to really work with her. There were a few times when we were supposed to do lives together, but it never kind of went through. And I never really complained because I wasn't the one doing the background work to get her to come to the lives. But Ayana, I saw this story on her Instagram the other day where she put it out there that she has breast cancer. And, she's going through treatment. And of course, breast cancer is very fightable. It is very curable. It's a lot of people that have breast cancer that beat it. I would say more people beat it than not, but it's just a very scary thing because you just don't know. But I don't want to put anything negative out there. It's just I'm sure we all know people that have battled with cancer and we all have our own stories. And I'm just more of a sensitive person. So when I saw it, I was like, man, I just hate to hear that. And I don't even know this lady, but I just really hate to hear it. Rachel Robinson on the challenge. I'm gonna see if I can share this. Rachel Robinson of the challenge created. I'm trying to see if I can. I pasted it in the chat. This is by no obligation. Do you have to donate? And I normally don't even fool with GoFundMe's because you never know what's a scam and what's not a scam. But this was organized by Rachel Robinson. I trust her to get this money to Ayana. I think they're already at 13,000 and the new goal now is 25,000. So if it's on your heart and whatever little bit you want to donate to Ayana, please utilize this GoFundMe I put in the chat. If you can't really get to it from the chat and you want to donate, I do have a copy of the link in my DM. Shout out to, I don't want to say your name wrong, but shout out for sending me the link and just sending me, that Rachel was the one behind it because I saw the story, but I didn't see the GoFundMe. Kamisha, if you know Kamisha Reviews, me and Kamisha do a lot of stuff together with the challenge. And she's the one who has a personal relationship with Ayana. She wanted me to let you all know that she spoke to Ayana. She's in really good spirits, like she's not down, and that she's doing well. She's fighting it and she's doing well. So, again, if it crosses your heart to bless her with any kind of donation, because I'm sure anything would help, please use the GoFundMe in the chat. And if you don't trust the link in the chat and you want to donate, just hit me up in the DMs, Kiss My Cheeks TV, Instagram or Twitter, and I'll send you the link that I have. But okay, let's get into the show. I'm just really sorry to hear that, Ayana, but I don't want to stay in a dark place. Even though I'm happy you're fighting it, it's just a sensitive place. I don't want to say dark. It's a sensitive place for me. So I just kind of want to transition out of that. But I wanted to start with that and know we're sending you all the love, all the prayers. But I kind of want to transition out of it because it is whatever argument between Ayana and oh, I don't want to see it. Yeah, you know how toxic Twitter can be. I get that, Dabu, but I still want to see the show. I know Twitter is toxic. I don't want people dragging Iyanna. Who says it's Iyanna's fault? Who says we not gonna be Iyanna's side? Just because Cam and Leroy and them are our favorites, don't mean they can't be wrong. I don't know. I want to see it. I want to see it. Kenya from Housewives says she wants to do Traitors. Look, if Phaedra can do it, Kenya can do it. Now, I don't know, Kenya. I don't know. See, let's go ahead and get in Traitors. Kenya acts like she's the villain. But I don't get villain from Kenya in real life because so many people love her. So many people in real life love her. Like, Kenya's the best. Off camera, she's doing this. She's encouraging this. Like, a lot of people love Kenya. I think she's a bitch on television, but I think that's her Real Housewives of Atlanta character. Now, Phaedra is a bitch in real life. We done seen oh, I'm cursing. I ain't even supposed to be cursing. We done seen the snake stuff Phaedra has done in real life. So I think that's why she's good at this game. I don't know how good Kenya would be. Like, but I want to see it. If anything, Kenya will entertain. If anything, she's going to entertain us. I agree. That's one of the things I want to have for a future live. It's on my list because Janelle released a statement of all the people she would love to see on season 3 of Traitors. And I kind of, it's in my Rolodex of future chats. I wanted to go over what Janelle said, who she thinks should be on Traitors season 3. I have another secret cast, and then I want us to come up with our own secret cast because one cast had Kenya and Nene at the same time. Yes. We'll get into that. You rather have Keke Palmer? Keke Palmer might be too famous for Traitors. Like, Traitors just a little bit reality competition show famous. I mean, I guess they had Dante Wilder. He's internationally famous if you watch boxing. I don't know. I just feel like Keke might be too famous. Like, the same reason I would have to vote off Marcus Jordan and Dante Wilder is the same reason I would have to vote off Keke Palmer. Like, now if you're talking about Keke Wyatt with all them kids, she can do it. But Keke Palmer, like, girl, you got too much money. Go sit down. I'm over here trying to win this $200K, pay off a student loan or two. You go sit down. Yes, I heard about Kandi taking a break from the Housewives. I just did a Kitchen Table Talk Daily talking about that. If you missed it, I said good. No shade, but I said good because I'm team fire everybody. Everybody over there on Rowo right now could go. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Davion. Kenya would be better than Sheree. Kenya would at least give us a show. Sheree ain't even giving us no drama. Girl, she ain't who can check me, boo. She ain't did nothing. How do you think Kenya and Cara Maria would get along if they were both on? Seeing how this isn't, I know I'd be calling that man Marcus Houston. I caught myself today. Nabu. You ain't have to shade me in the chat. I think they would get along fine. Like, I'm telling you, in real life, I think Kenya is a nice person. And I feel like if she got on the Traitors game show, she would be just like Phaedra. Woo, woo, woo. Burgerlicious. My little Caralicious. Paulilicious. Whoever on there. I feel like Kenya would get along with Cara fine until it was time to not get along. Hey, Glenda, if I forgot to say hi. I hope Peter take on being a traitor because I picked him on my fantasy. I picked Peter too. A lot of people, let's get into the fantasy. A lot of people picked Peter. I took a closer picture, and if you notice this week, I had everyone's fantasy team listed, but it made the spreadsheet, it made it look weird. So I just took, you can see who on your fantasy team by the points on the spreadsheet. I just feel like you all can see this a little bit better this week. So But shout out to Peter for not getting murdered. I would have murdered his ass. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. Police don't come knocking at my door. We talking about traitors over here. We just talking about traitors. But I would have murdered him. I feel like I would have did a murder, when they had the decision to make, because they're gonna make you recruit another traitor. So I would at least got somebody out that I wanted out before they made me recruit another traitor. We have to have another traitor. Peter needs to go. He on everybody's case. Cars episode did come out today. I have not watched the YouTube special of the documentary they have going on. I know CT was last week and they said Cara was this week. So that might be something I catch up on later on tonight because I ain't got nothing else to watch on TV. Glenda, you forgot to send me. You did. I will let you do a swap, Glenda, but you missed out on Peter. You see all of us over here that got on Peter. Me, Dabu, Jamika, Christina, Davion. We all got on Peter. So I'll let you tell me a swap, but I can't let you pick up Peter because he might be a traitor. Now, he might not be a traitor, but it'd be kind of dumb to not be a traitor. But Dejan, are you still winning? Let's see. Dejan is winning because he has 3 traitors. Now, he just lost Dan. But I mean, we halfway through the show. You done picked up 90 points. You still got Poverty and Phaedra. Now look, Poverty at least get you 15 more points, Dejan. But Poverty getting ready to go home this week, Thursday night. We're saying goodbye to Poverty. It's gonna have to be some really, 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 really good gameplay going on for Poverty not to go home. And wait till we get to the cast rankings. I can't believe it. Where is Eric? What you doing, Eric? Eric, I don't know what's going on. 1, 2, 3. I did hide the people who were already banished or murdered because I want to make the spreadsheet bigger. So it's you probably have 3 people that are banished or murdered, Eric. Sorry. But shout out to Dejan. I feel like it's only halfway through the game. Dabu, don't do that. Don't do that. Because he lost a lot of people too. He still got Sandra. He still got Sandra and CT. He still has a really good team. And then he picked up Kate. Which I kind of wish they would let Kate be a traitor. But we have time to catch Dejan. Because like I said, he's not going to gain any more points with Dan. And he getting ready to lose Poverty. It's a whole bunch of us. Well, not me. But it's a whole bunch of y'all getting ready to lose Poverty next week. You better get them points while you can. Hell, Phaedra might be gone a week after that. The way Dan set up his exit was complete hateration. And I thought it was against the rules. Now, I guess it's just against the rules for you to say, Phaedra is a traitor. And I know because I won. I guess you can't do that. But the traitors, I guess, are allowed to drop hints on other traitors. Right now, the confessionals are only showing us that Trishelle bit the bait. But I just have a feeling more people are smarter than Trishelle, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, Phaedra asked a traitor too." But we gonna get to it when we get to the cast rankings. But as you can see, 4 people had Dan, 4 people lost Dan, 5 people picked up Peter. We're gonna see if he becomes a traitor or not. If he does, he'll be highlighted in yellow. As you can see, Bergie is highlighted in green because the traitors thought they had one, but they missed. But right now, this is a really close game. And it could go any way because the teams are really spread out. It's not a lot of people that have the exact same team. So, Dejan, you better cross your fingers. This could be anybody game. Them 3 traitors helped you out in the beginning, but Them three traders getting ready to go home. Now let's get into what I have to say next. Let's get into the cast rankings. Right, Dan was like, "I'm out. I'm throwing everybody under this bus," and I just don't feel like that's fair. I feel like when it's time to go home, you could throw a cute little hint, but I don't think it's fair to be saying Phaedra ain't never had no vote and Phaedra this. Like, that was a little too much. Phaedra's not going anywhere soon. She has Kate and Bergie defending her for right now. For right now. Oh, but you better believe they were focused on Dan. Once I can't wait to see Thursday episode because once Dan is out the door, Trishelle is going to go back to her people and be like, "You heard what Dan said about Phaedra." I don't know. You saw how quick Bergie turned on Dan. I'm not hating solid choices. I can't see what this say. MJ probably will get murdered after Poverty gets banished. Because next week, they're going to see no one murdered. I have a feeling I got to see how Poverty plays this. Because they're going to know a traitor was recruited. And if I was in the game, I would be like, the traitors have to recruit Peter because Peter should have been murdered. So I just have a feeling Peter might get some smoke. I don't know. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I can't wait for Thursday night episode. I can't pick who's going to get murdered just yet. I feel like let's go through the cast rankings and we'll see why I don't think MJ gonna get murdered. Now, you know I love the crime saga rankings. Scooby-Doo is at the bottom because all he care about is his Scooby snacks. He ain't trying to solve no murders. Him and Shaggy just eating. Olivia Benson, great, but she ain't as good as Olivia Pope. So Benson is next, Pope is next, and at the top of the chart is my girl Annalise Keating. You can't. Annalise will help you get away with murder. Jamika, you must have just got into the live. Let me scroll back one last time before we get into the cast ranking. Jamika, you right there close to the top, 370. 370. I think you were one of the people who picked up Peter as well. So you're doing really good. Right. It'd be dumb for Peter to reject because you just gonna turn around and get killed. So you might as well accept and start murdering some people yourself. Hey, Zuda. But okay, back to the rankings of the cast. We're gonna start at the lowest level, and that is Scooby-Doo. It's a lot of people. I forgot to bring if people went up or down. It's a lot of people on the Scooby-Doo level after this past week's episode. Kevin did nothing to improve his status, so Scooby-Doo is where you at. He gonna stay in Scooby Land. MJ, I think MJ dropped one. MJ was kind of missing. Did MJ say 2 words on Thursday night? I don't think MJ said 2 words. I really feel like MJ let that funeral episode really get into her head, and she has whoosh. She letting Sheree get more screen time, and you know that's bad when Sheree got more screen time than you. But hey, Busy, yes, the Scooby-Doos. MJ, you need to get back into your personality, be more vocal, because right now it's a no. Dan, you know why you at Scooby-Doo. Dan opened up the episode. He couldn't fake off Bergie not being murdered for nothing. Everything he did this whole episode was just wrong, except for throw Phaedra under the bus. Even though I said that's hateration, if he ain't do it, Phaedra be at the end with Sheree getting all the money. So at least now Phaedra has to work. Poverty is equal to Dan. Like, you supposed to be, isn't she supposed to be like the Black Widow of Survivor? Your pivot isn't strong. It's like you went chasing. The worst thing Dan and Parvati did was go chase after Peter after Peter then said, I'm the traitor hunter. I didn't call all the traitors, and here go the traitors following them. Let's have a one-on-one. Let's talk about what you think you caught me doing. Like, you should have just went on off and blended in the house and let Peter think what he think. But I don't know. But this is the Scooby-Doo level. MJ stayed in the background after she tried playing Puppet Master and got out Janelle banished. She just quit talking. Right. Like after that, MJ just kind of went mute and was like, oh, I was wrong. Everybody put this black flower on me. Let me be quiet and fade into the background, and maybe people won't think about me. MJ might get murdered next because, girl, you ain't doing nothing. Up next, we have our Olivia Benson. Now, mind you, Olivia Benson is a great detective, but she ain't no Olivia Pope or Annalise Keating. So here we have CT and Kate kind of stayed on the Olivia Benson level from last week. They didn't change. I kind of want to put Kate down there at the Scooby-Doo, but just for entertainment purposes, I'm going to leave Kate right there. But Kate really don't know what's going on in the game. But she get a pass because she just got there. CT, I need you to pick it up. I need you. CT, you can stay there for right now. Sandra, I need you to pick it up. Like, girl, you are the queen, stays queen. But you almost don't have the same amount of screen time as Sheree. Look, Sheree should be your equalizer. If I am on the same level as Sheree, I'm not doing that well. I need to pick it up. Like, Sandra, the most interesting thing about you is how you bust your forehead open at that graveyard scene. Like, get in the game. Start. I really expect to like Parvati's going home Thursday. Sandra, when is it gonna be Parvati versus Sandra? When y'all gonna get into it? When you gonna call her a traitor bitch? You know, I'm waiting, Sandra. When is the queen gonna show me she's the queen? Pick it up. That's why y'all should have made Sandra a traitor, because y'all wasting this lady time. Now, Sheree was on Scooby-Doo last week. Y'all know Sheree. She probably deserved to stay on Scooby-Doo. But I moved Sheree up this week because, and don't yell at me too much in the comments. When Dan started reading Phaedra at that table, talking about she ain't had no votes, her reactions, when Dan threw Phaedra's name on that table, Sheree took her glass and got to sipping like, I know. I'm telling you, it's a part of me, I don't know why, but it's a part of me that feels like Sheree knows Phaedra is a traitor, but she not gonna say nothing until it's time to toss them sandbags in the fire, and Sheree gonna get to tossing and be like, bitch, you a traitor, get to banishment, girl. I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling Sheree has to know how grimy Phaedra is, and she has to know she's a traitor. Now, I could be Scooby-Doo right now myself for thinking too highly of Sheree. I know it might be the Scooby-Doo in me, but I just have a feeling. I have a feeling, Sheree, girl. But girl, these are weekly ratings. You could easily be back there with Kevin next week, Sheree. Pick it up. Pick it up. Up next, my girl Olivia Pope. Now, Bergie and John, you know, they stayed the same. They still on Olivia Pope level. They really ain't do too much to be on Olivia Pope level because that was Peter's idea. But they helped execute it. Look, John, banishment is John's moment. John is quiet the entire episode. But when it came down to banishing Dan, he read Dan for like 5 to 10 minutes, talking about banishment will be your fate. Get your bags, get the stepping. John did all of that before we even seen all the votes. I said, I stand John, because that's the type of carrying on TV that I enjoy. So he gonna stay on Olivia Pope as long as he keep reading people on their way out. Now, Trishelle elevated. I think she was on Benson. Now you get to be on Pope. I have faith that Trishelle is going to hold on to what Dan said about Phaedra and get Phaedra up on and out the game. If the traders were smart, the first person they would murder is Trishelle. Because she said, oh, Dan ain't throwing no names out there unless they're a traitor. Really, if the traders were smart, they would banish Bergie. Because Bergie has solidified his faithfulness. Because you took a shot at him, which means he has to be a faithful if you took a shot at murdering him. And he had the shield. So everyone in the game knows Bergie is a faithful. Let's just go ahead and get rid of his ass. And now y'all can keep guessing. I don't know, but I like Trishelle's gameplay this week. And then, of course, still at the top of the leaderboard at Annalise Keating is Peter and Phaedra. Now, these two have the biggest opportunity to plummet in the ratings because Phaedra, your card has been pulled. Yes, you snatched Dan up on his way out. You got Dan all the way together on his way out. But Dan is no longer there. And people are going to be calling you out if they're good game players. They will be questioning you, calling you out, looking at your every move, definitely looking at. See, I would be more concerned, Dan, see, you ain't played this right. Forget Burgerlicious and rubbing Lars's back. Every time someone is murdered at that breakfast, whenever Phaedra come in, she's like, ooh, where the deviled eggs? Ooh, where the smoked ham? Phaedra is always talking about breakfast food. She never concerned about who getting murdered and who not. They be like, oh, so-and-so is murdered. Okay, but where the ham? That's why I'd be like, girl, you a traitor, because that's her way of deflecting. Peter, I got to see how you move as a traitor. If you can successfully get Phaedra and Parvati out, you can stay at Annalise Keating. But if you get to fumbling and stumbling because you're not no good liar, you're going to go all the way down there to Scooby-Doo with Parvati and Dan. Those are the rankings this week. Get in the comments. Let me know if you think I got a level wrong. I'm willing to talk about it and discuss it in the comments. But let's move on because y'all have a meeting in 20 minutes. So I cannot be on here long. I want to talk about this. My girl, who sent me this? Abby Reviews. Hey, Abby. Was it Abby or was it really B? Somebody sent me this. I can't remember. If the writing too small, I'm getting ready to read it. And then we're going to read Dan real quick. Dan Kiesling on why he targeted Phaedra Parks on the Traders US. This is from TV Deets. This is a quote from Dan. I didn't see a path to winning the game with Phaedra in it. Everyone loved her. There was zero suspicion on her. And if I got this vision in my head of being at the fire with her at the end, and there's a couple of Bravo people, she turns to them and winks, and I'm done. So Dan thinks Phaedra gonna be at the fire pit with Sheree and wink at Sheree, and now I couldn't see a way to win with her in the game. And in hindsight, I think it's the exact opposite. I think we could have both been at the end and she's not going to turn on me, he tells Entertainment Weekly. I think Phaedra was really hurt by the fact that I took a shot at her because she really trusted me. And I understand why she would be hurt or maybe upset with me, but it was a huge misstep to think that I couldn't have won this game without her. Dan, look, trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. Dan, matter of fact, go back and just watch the reunion. Was that season 9 of Row? I think part 3, whatever part Portia gets to getting up and crying and Candy. You said that? The lies. Go back and watch all of that. And when Portia get to talking about, well, I can't Candy done sent me to cease and to desist. So I'm going to ask Phaedra because she the one who told me the rumor. Go back and watch it, Dan, because you don't know who Phaedra is. Trust your first mind. You cannot win this game with Phaedra. Phaedra was never. Phaedra, right now, I don't care who the extra traders are. Phaedra is throwing every trader under the bus if you don't throw her ass up under that bus first. Phaedra has no intentions of splitting this money. You should have trusted your first mind. I told you a couple of weeks ago, Dan, when you was hinting at Poverty to throw the Bravo housewives up underneath the table, that's when you should have threw Phaedra. You should have got Phaedra out then. You should have threw her up underneath that table then. You can't throw Phaedra under the table and then give her a chance to come back and bite. Because see, Phaedra knew Bergie had that shield. Phaedra knew Peter was up there lying. But she said, oh, you in Poverty want to play me? Go ahead and murder his ass because Peter ain't tell me nothing. So when you murder Bergie and it backfires and he go around the table, he ain't gonna say Phaedra knew nothing. See, Phaedra is playing y'all without y'all even know that y'all being played. I'm just saying, Dan, you should have watched a little bit of Housewives before you came on this show, and I just thought they were some rich women sitting up in the house living off their husbands. You would have knew who Phaedra was. Up next, a little bit of challenge talk. I saw this meme of Mariah and James, and I just thought it was hilarious. They said, how much has Mariah been carrying James this season? And that's CT with bananas. You remember the backpack? This is hilarious. Mariah has been toting around James this whole season. I don't understand why people are mad at it. Why y'all mad at what Mariah do with her man? And people do this every season. I really don't care. But that was hilarious. Up next, give me your 2 cents on this. As a viewer, what do you find more entertaining to watch? A challenger who's never scared to make a big move and does whatever it takes to win, or a challenger who is a great competitor, good at eliminations, is loyal to their alliance, but never makes a big move? Stormy, I wonder the same. Are they still together? Because he lived all the way overseas. And we know a plane ticket to Miami is already $600. I know you ain't spending no money to go to London every other week or whatever part of the UK he in. So I 100% agree. Are they still together? Was this just a little fling? I'm not even mad at it. Y'all young. Do what you want to do. That's what you're supposed to do when you're young. You're supposed to test it out, have a good time, and it was fun for while it lasted and move on. Mariah says they're not. Cool. Mariah is young. That's what you're supposed to do. You see something fun, have some fun with it, and then move on. Dejan, you said the first one because the second one is basically the Vacation Alliance. I agree. I mean, to me, I look at this as, do you want people to make big moves or do you want them to play for the next season? Which is what I really feel like the Vacation Alliance has a real alliance. Like, you win 38, then you turn around and win 39, and okay, it's your turn to win 40. That's why they be sharing all the money. But whatever. I kind of agree too. Just like I love Ayanna because Ayanna is down to make a big move. She's down to do whatever it takes to win. Those are the type of competitors that I want to see on the TV. That's why I think we need to get back to individual games, not these teams, not these partners, not even the group votes. Like, they really need to revamp the way this game is played. But what else do I have for y'all? Oh, now, y'all remember at the beginning, I was talking about Ayanna and getting her GoFundMe out there. And again, if you missed it in the chat, her GoFundMe link is in the chat. If you don't want to click on the chat, just DM me and I will send you the link that I have, which is from Rachel Robinson. But Gamer V is also on Twitter pushing Ayanna's GoFundMe. And she says, as we reach different goals, monetary goals, she's releasing more season 40 cast members. And the 2 people she released today was Laurel and Tony. Now, I kind of feel like Laurel was already leaked, But shout out to Tony. It kind of seems like All Stars 4 is the gateway for some of these people to come back into MTV. But I'm not mad at seeing Tony again. Like Laurel, we kind of seen what Laurel gonna do. I'm happy to see Laurel come back with Michelle because I can't wait for her to call out every color outfit she put on: purple jacket, pink sweater, blue skirt. Don't ever say her name, Laurel. Call her by her clothing colors only. But shout out to Tony. It's been a long time since we've seen Tony on our TV screen. We will see him in March on All Stars 4, but shout out to him doing season 40. So that was all I had today, y'all. My little bit of challenge gossip, the traders updates. Let me go to the comments real quick, and then I'm going to get prepared for my meeting. Where is Priscilla? I thought she was good for that one season. I like Priscilla. Maybe she might come back. The one on the Challenge USA. What's on the Challenge USA? I don't know. But let me go back up. Hey, Stormy. I'm still shocked that Olivia Pope is a love Olivia Benson. Look. Benson, she might find your killer or she might get kidnapped. You never know. She be all over the place. But I guess Olivia Pope got kidnapped too. But look, Olivia Pope had to hook up with the president. You don't get no bigger than that, except for getting away with murder. And that's why Annalise at the top. Mariska's been solving heinous crimes for decades. Look, I told you. You'll get no better than the president, except for getting away with murder. That's it. And plus, I root for everybody black. I ain't putting that white lady above the black lady. I ain't do. Oh, that's the same comment. Who from the challenge would be the worst trader? I don't know, because I feel like maybe KC. Because KC would get over there and be a big piece of furniture. I say don't ever put KC on traders. But I think a lot of challengers would be really good. Like, as much as I really don't care to see Devin back on the challenge, I think Devin would be good for this. West, I would love to see Ashley Mitchell. They said a rumor. Y'all told me a while ago Corey was supposed to be on season 1. Corey with all the kids. I let Corey do it, but he might get murdered in the first 2 or 3 weeks. I would love to see Cara do it. I'm enjoying CT. I'm even enjoying Trishelle, even though I'm still mad at what you did with Peppermint Girl, but at least you playing the game. I even enjoy that they got Bananas out first. Like, in no other show would people vote Bananas out first. People be too scared. We need an alliance. They got Bananas ass up and out of the Traders Castle. They said, not over here on Peacock. So I think challengers would be really good for this. They need to bring some more Survivor people over there. But you all, I'm about to end this. I have a meeting in 15 minutes and I have to go get my Zoom prepared, get my notebook. So this was a fun night. I will see you all. I probably won't be back tomorrow because I have a dinner tomorrow, but Wednesday I might do another kitchen table talk daily or another challenge chat, depending on what I see in social media. So until then, you all enjoy. Have a safe work week. Have a good night. I will holler at you later. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good night. Bye.